do I. So does everyone. Yet no one else. What have I got to lose it? For a while, inside this corner. Hard word to say. Or even right. What have I got to lose inside this corner? Honor, dignity, self-respect. Although, when I think about it, never had any of those things to begin with. I never asked to be bored. I've never told anyone to love me. I've always made the wrong decisions. But now, I'm being that right.
Find a hero.
Living hero.
Presentation of a contemporary hero.
But it has to be someone who's truly heroic. Someone who's an inspiration to millions.
A determined individual will classify roles.
Life and happiness for what they believe in. And I scramble around.
I try. I try really hard.
No one.
Nothing.
Celebrities. Politicians.
Sports person.
But to be honest, there's nothing.
There's nothing. There's nothing, and suddenly I find one.
Fine.
Inspiration.
Lightning bolts.
Perfect sense.
Experience. A moment of tears of pure ice. I'm crying ice. And I feel, just for that split second, I feel a moment of absolute shock. Devastation. Hope. Absolute devastation washes over me. Flooding down my cheeks. Tears of hope. This is as if I'm living. Just for that second. Inside a screen. Do you know what I mean? Inside me. Around me. Inside me.
More than you. And always near me. I can see the people thinking.
I consider being a priest.
A lighthouse keeper. A policeman.
The taxes.
A soldier.
A tramp. An undertaker.
The dancer, the gay bar.
A footballer.
A tube driver. A drug dealer.
The theatre.
An accountant.
A carer for a person with disability. A lorry driver.
Yet I find myself wondering how much would it cost to get to Afghanistan? Because maybe then.
A man grows old. He feels in himself that radical sense of weakness, of listlessness, of discomfort, which accompanies the advance of age, and, feeling thus, imagines himself nearly sick, lulling his fears with the notion that his distressing condition is due to some particular cause, from which an illness he hopes to recover. They say it is the fear of death and what comes after death that makes people grow older. To develop because, as the passions grow calm, as the less troubled and the sensibilities are less obscured by the images, desires and distractions in which it choose to be absorbed.
The monetary institution is by far the least questioned form of faith. In a world where 1% of the population owns 40% of the world's wealth, whether we are aware of it or not, the lifeblood of all established institutions and thus society itself is money. A A Muslim in a burqa was pushed over today. You should have seen the look on her face. It is one of the most ingenious scams for social manipulation ever created, and at its core it is an invisible war against the population. It is a system of modern-day slavery. If money can only be created out of loans, how can we ever be debt-free?
But it was such
The enslavement
a
continues.
shock that we didn't realise we were dead. So we just carried on our lives. But our hearts knew there wasn't any point. That's why everything's so shit. Imagine saying that to a little girl. But I loved it. I thought it was so clever. And now, walking through this night, it's the only thing going through my head. Again, and again, and again. Roll dead, 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 roll dead.
Vince has been playing off my comment. And just so you know and aware, it's not me.
The walking dead is something that's hot, like it's going to put that in 20 feet away, there's a fire in what's left of the bin, which is now nothing but burning metal attached to the ground, twisting slaves. So I look around thinking, who's done that and were they trying to get me? And I noticed the first second twitch.
Spin around the entire estate. Curtains twitching at me. And I can see the view from 30 or 40 different perspectives.
Looking down at me.
Suddenly I'm looking down at me from 30 or 40 different perspectives. At me 20 feet away from a burning building. And I can feel them all thinking one thought in all their brains.
The term terrorist is an empty distinction, designed for any person or group who chooses to challenge the establishment. The true terrorists of our world do not meet at the docks at midnight or scream Allah Akbar before some violent action. The true terrorists of our world wear $5,000 suits and work in the highest positions in terms of finance, government and business. How do we stop this aberrant group behaviour who feels no compassion for, say, the millions slaughtered in Iraq and Afghanistan? So the corporateocracy control energy resources and opium production for Wall Street profit.
I'm a prostitute through and through, from head to toes. I don't care who knows.
It's my best virtue. I refuse to deceive myself or you. And you know what? It set me free. Knowing that I've been leaving this god-awful place and getting 90 days time with no money, far better, so capable of choosing a good bottle of wine with my handbag stuffed in the first
And you might find yourself thinking that what one person does to another person is a thing, like a real thing, and that systems and numbers and the way that we do these things are in some way not real, even though everything we have ever learned has taught us to believe that they are. And suddenly you start to feel alone, separate.
Please don't say things like that, Louise, because that's just really fucking stupid.
You're likely to go off on one.
You're not Nelson Mandela, Louise.
It's a good job because he's dead.
Coffee and I. You're not Coffee and I, Louise.
You're likely to get one of these ideas in your head. Your brain's likely to hurt somebody.
What about you?
What about your brain?
What about you?
Are you going to help me? Or not?
Are you going to calm down?
I am calm. This is calm. I once imagined it that you could buy a synthetic form of blood which was inserted into the anus. And everyone could just buy this. Everyone could just buy this and be in love if they wanted. And it was a positive. When you think about it, it was a positive thing. But then I couldn't remember if it was something I would see on TV and maybe I hadn't imagined it after all. I'm thinking of becoming a terrorist.
Before 1980, Afghanistan produced 0% of the world's opium. After the USA, CIA backed Mujahideen. A Muslim was found drunk today. He goes by the name of Mohammed. To win the Soviet-Afghan War, by 1986 they were producing 40% of the world's heroin supply.
Blah, blah, blah.
But then the unexpected happened. The Taliban rose to power, and by 2000 they had destroyed most of the opium fields. Production dropped from 3,000 tonnes to 185 tonnes, a 94% reduction. On September the 9th, 2001, the full Afghanistan invasion plans were on President Bush's desk. Today, Afghanistan, under the control of the United States, produces 50% of the world's heroin supply and breaks new production records every year.
No one wants their life thrown into chaos. That's why a lot of people keep that threat under control and are capable to sustain a housing structure that's already rotten. They are the engineers of the superseding. Mohammed never goes into any details of his sexual adventures. His discretion, however, is only observed to make the people around him feel bad, not only to make his wife feel better.
What's that all men think about?
Sex and barbarism. Oh, very bold.
This is fucking fascism. I say with feeling.
There is a thing, as I said before, called Christianity.
We have to believe in something.
Because if we don't believe in something, how do we believe in the future? And if we don't believe in the future, how can we have a future? Not God, not Allah, not lightning, or maybe me, us, or something. Forward, forward.
The ethics and philosophy of underconsumption.
Last week, I was standing in front of this shop window and I was staring at this bag. And it was a really nice bag. It was. And I just couldn't move. I couldn't move because of this bag. I mean, it was as if I was rooted to the spot. The hairs on the back of my neck were sticking up and I got so emotional. And I just felt so terrible because I was getting so emotional over this fucking bag. Well, there's still not a problem in the Middle East.
There is a thing called the soul and a thing called immortality.
I'm not a body with a soul. I am a soul that has a physical part of a body. And the worst thing is, she thinks of herself as me.
All the advantages of Christianity and alcohol, none of the defects. Take a holiday from reality, wherever you like, and come back with so much as a headache or mythology.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
More terrorists. Mercy, Roy. Who knows what cares of me?
Forgiveness. Like snow on a mountain. Forgiveness. Like fire you slice with a knife. Forgiveness. Like the water roses are made of. Forgiveness. Like the secret the storms are made of. Forgiveness. Like the old man the clouds are made of. Forgiveness. Like the false fortunes are made of. Forgiveness. Like me, whom I'm making a criminal of. Forgiveness. Like you, whom I'm making a deadly acid of. Forgiveness. The heart is red already. Flow, Leah. Hands on the copper of shadows. The heart is red already. As far as the end of the future, where someone is about to die. One. Two. Three. Four. Five. Six. Ten.
Why the hell are we Scottish dancing and
Nine. Your eyes really stand out with that. Is this politically correct? I don't know, but I don't know how to wear these without, aren't they? Hey, that reminds me, I need to post that to the post. Four.
Oh.
3. 2. 1.